Well, I've come here today to say enough is enough. We won't rest until our citizens can return safely to their homes. We will not accept a terror army perched on our northern border, able to perpetrate another October 7th style massacre. People exports terrorism across the globe. As long as Hezbollah chooses the path of war, Israel has no choice, and Israel has every right to remove this threat and return our citizens to their homes safely. And that's exactly what we're doing. I didn't intend to come here this year. My country is at war, fighting for its life. But after I heard the lies and slanders leveled at my country by many of the speakers at this podium, I decided to come here and set the record straight. Israel seeks peace. Israel yearns for peace. Israel has made peace and will make peace again. A normalization deal between Saudi Arabia and Israel seemed closer than ever. But then came the curse of October 7th. This is Eli Stevie. Israel was soon forced to defend itself on 6 more war fronts organized by Iran. The curse of October 7th began when I have a message for the tyrants of Tehran. If you strike us, we will strike you. There is no place in Iran that the long arm of Israel cannot reach. And that's true of the entire Middle East. And I have another message for this assembly and for the world outside this hall. We are winning. And I call on the Security Council to snap back UN Security Council sanctions against Iran, because we must all do everything in our power to ensure that Iran never gets nuclear weapons. Launched drones and missiles at Israel. On October 7th, the day of that invasion into Israel, that terror army numbered nearly 40,000 terrorists. It was armed with more than 15,000 rockets. It had 350 miles of terror tunnels, an underground network bigger than the New York subway system, which they used to wreak havoc above and below ground. A year later, the IDF has killed or captured more than half of these terrorists, destroyed over 90% of their rocket arsenal, and eliminated the key segments of their terror tunnel network. Because if Hamas stays in power, it will regroup, rearm, and attack Israel again and again and again, as it is vowed to do. So Hamas has got to go. Just imagine. For those who say, well, Hamas, we are ready to work with regional and other partners to support a local civilian administration in Gaza committed to peaceful coexistence. The world should support the brave people of Iraq. This war can come to an end now. All that has to happen is for Hamas to surrender, lay down its arms, and release all the hostages. But if they don't, we will fight until we achieve victory. Israel must also defeat. But to truly realize the blessing of a new Middle East, we must continue the path we paved with the Abraham Accords 4 years ago. Above all, this means achieving a historic peace agreement between Israel and Saudi Arabia. Defending ourselves, but we're also defending you against a common enemy that through violence and terror seeks to destroy our way of life. We've already brought with the Abraham We don't want to see a single person, a single innocent person die. That's always a tragedy. And that's why we do so much to minimize civilian casualties. This time, not Hamas. The singling out of the one and only Jewish state continues to be a moral stain on the United Nations. It has made this once respected institution contemptible in the eyes of decent people everywhere. We see this moral confusion when the ICC prosecutors rush to judgment. His refusal to treat Israel with its independent courts, the way other democracies are treated, is hard to explain by anything other than pure anti-Semitism. More than twice as many since 2004. To the people of Israel and to the soldiers of Israel, I say, be strong and of good courage.
Of the State of Israel.